everybody, Joy here. It is Tuesday. Let me see, what month is it? It's February the 10th, 2016. And about 45 years ago, or was it 46? You know, you lose track when you get to be this old. On February 11, 1969, I gave birth to my daughter, Tammy Joy. So, happy birthday, Tammy, although I doubt you'll watch this, but if you do, happy birthday, baby girl. So, I just had lunch with Margaret, and I was telling Margaret about the lovely comment I got this morning on one of my videos. It was the video that I made with my cover stitch machine back, I don't know, a year or more ago when I first got my cover stitch machine. Some lady said today, now let me think about this so I can get it right. She said, "Why don't you get off of YouTube, you ugly frickin' hog?" Yeah, that's what she said. So I started to say something back to her. In fact, her name was on there, Frances Wheat. So I don't know if it was her or somebody in her household. But I started to say something back and try to be nice. And then I thought, you know what? A remark that ugly and hateful doesn't even deserve recognition. And so I probably shouldn't even be mentioning it to you guys. But since you're my friends and most of you like me out there, Margaret said, I told Margaret, and she said, "Your blog is the best thing you do in your life." And she said, "I just hate it when I look up in the day and I try to find something on your blog and you haven't posted." So she said, "Don't you dare quit it." So now there's my blog and there's my videos, which kind of blend together because I make my videos for my blog, but there's a bunch of people that watch my videos that don't know anything about my blog. So I don't know. It's just so sad that a person can say something so ugly to another human being. It's just so sad. So I just pray for that lady that she has a blessed life and that she grows to love other people and understand that our mission here on earth is to love God and to love each other, and that saying horrible, hurtful things like that is only going to make her look bad, not me. So we'll just let that go and hope that she has a really nice day. And I'll tell you what I've been doing and what we're getting ready to do. You remember in September, my husband's birthday is September the 30th. And we went to Springfield. Now, why did we go there? Oh, yeah. My friend Terry. You know Terry. I have a piece of tape I'm rolling around my fingers, you guys. Let me throw it away because it's bugging me. Terry and her husband have these motorcycles. And so they were taking a motorcycle trip with our church. And they were going to someplace in Arkansas. And so they were going to go there like on a Saturday and a Sunday or something. And then after that, the trip was going to be over with the church, but they were going to go ahead and go to Branson. And so she was at my house and she said, "Hey, why don't you and Jerry go to Branson and meet us there?" And I thought, oh my gosh, wouldn't that be fun to go up there and then actually have some friends that are there that we could do something with. And so that's what we did. And so we got there before they did, and we stopped at that Big Bass Pro in Springfield, Missouri. And I don't know, if you don't watch my videos, you won't know. But anyhow, we bought Jerry a brand new boat for his birthday. He has always wanted a boat. Let me see, what is it called? It's a tracker boat. And he already has one like it that he bought years and years ago. It's real old. And he has wanted another one for a long time to fish with, because we live on Lake Texoma. And it's a bigger one. And it has 2 windshields. And he's always wanting me to go with him. He always wants me to go fishing with him. And I never want to go because his side has a windshield and my side doesn't have a windshield on the boat he had already. And I said, I'm not going to go out there and get blown to death. I don't like that boat. I don't want to go in it. So he said, I told him one time, I said, if you'll buy a bigger fishing boat with 2 windshields and more room in it and an ice chest and all that kind of stuff, I said, then I'll go with you when you want to go fishing. So we were there at Bass Pro and we just happened to see the new, what did I say the company is? Tracker, the new Tracker boat. And I said, oh, let's go look at the boat. You always wanted one of those. And so we went over there, and Jerry said, oh my gosh, Joy, this is the exact boat I've been waiting for. He said, the ones they had the year before and the year before, they were all shorter, and I've always wanted one that was longer, and this one's longer and wider and has all the stuff I want on it. So I said, well, let's buy it for your birthday. So we bought it for his birthday, and to make a long story short, there were some issues with the boat. When the boat went back to their little shop for them to put the engine on it and for them to put the extra seats in it and some other bells and whistles in it, they scratched the side of the boat. There's this huge thing they had to put into the boat that had these 2 seats and stuff on it, and they scratched the paint on the side of the boat. And so Jerry noticed it, but he didn't notice it until after we had already signed the papers and left. And so when we got home, it just bugged him and it bugged him and it bugged him and he didn't like it. Well, then he was putting his rod holders and stuff on it, and he found some other little thing wrong with the boat. And then we took it out on the lake, and he found out that the little round thingies with the arrows that go around and around and around weren't going around right or something. And so he called him, and he said, I'm not a picky person. I'm not the type of person to call and complain, but this was my birthday boat. It's the last boat I was ever going to buy, and I'm just really upset that it has this wrong with it. And so they said, we will do anything but give you a new boat. And they said, if you will let us have the boat back, and they wanted Jerry to have it shipped back by Bass Pro, we will take it to the factory, we'll take it apart, we'll put it back together, we'll fix everything, just like brand new. Which it was brand new already. So anyhow, we took it back the 1st of December. This is February the 10th. And no, this is February the 9th. Boy, do I have my dates mixed up. Tomorrow's the 10th. The next day is the 11th. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Anyway, we took it back. It's been there all this time. They finally called, said your boat is perfect. Come back and pick it up. So we're leaving tomorrow. We're going to Springfield, and we're going to pick up Jerry's birthday boat. Hopefully for the very last time. And not only that, you know, our friends, Deb and Jim, that we met via the internet. Last year, I'd never heard of them, didn't know them from Adam. She knew me because of my blog. And since then, we have been to their house. This will be the 3rd time we've been to their house. Isn't that something? So we're so blessed, have such good friends. So other than that, what am I doing? Nothing. That Fast and Fun blouse I made 4 times. The 4th time I haven't shown you guys yet. I left it at the other house. I'll show it to you in one of my blogs sometime. It's a little bit different in that I made the collar out of that black lace that I had, and then I made the body of it black and magenta print. So it turned out good too. All 4 of them are good. All 4 of them went together really fast. But I've decided I really have to start another pattern, or every single blouse in my closet's going to look exactly alike. And since I've been here, I've done nothing. Oh, I have to tell you guys the most important thing. And I'll write about this in my blog. And I'll try to post it. I tried last night to copy this information and send it to my husband Jerry in his email, but I wasn't able to copy it. So I don't know how Terry got it, but somehow I'll get it. And it's about the Keurig coffee makers and how dangerous they are and how they're killing people. I know, and you're going, oh brother, I can't believe you believe that stuff, Joy. Usually I don't. Usually I just think, oh, that's absurd. Somebody doesn't like it because they want to sell their kind of coffee pot, whatever. But I read it. And you know, I've been suffering this last year with allergies that are just beyond belief. Nothing to go through 1 and 2 whole boxes of Kleenex, especially at night. Just ridiculous. And I have to take so many pills to stop my nose from running that they make me dizzy and disoriented and forgetful, and I just hate them. And so, in my opinion, turn to your neighbor and say, this is her opinion. In my opinion, this was the Lord's way of poking me in the ribs and saying, hey, you need to do something about this. The Keurig, I have a Keurig here. I have a Keurig at my other house. I have a Keurig at my store. In fact, I have 2 Keurigs at my other store. And I always thought they were the greatest thing. Now, I always have kind of in the back of my mind thought, you know, how does the inside of this machine get clean? You know, the water goes inside and it sits in there. And if you have the machine on and you're using it, it gets hot. Now, it gets hot, but it does not boil, okay? It does not boil. It just gets hot to a certain temperature. So, I have often wondered, you know, what happens to that area in there? And then ever so often, you know, that light comes on that says descale, descale, descale. Well, I had a machine that was brand new and that descale light kept coming on. You know, how weird is that? And so I kind of, in the back of my mind, wondered about, you know, tubing in there, this holding tank in there, how does it get clean? Well, this article talks about that. They said one lady who'd been using it for a long time was cleaning it out as much as you can. You can't clean it inside out. And she was packing it up to move to another house. So it was going to be in storage while it was in the truck and being transported to their other house. Could be in there for God only knows how long before she hooked it up again. And she thought, well, what's going to happen to this thing while it's just sitting in that truck all that time? And no water going through it or anything? Well, turns out that inside that device, it's full of germs, mold, and mildew. There's two streptococcus or streptococcus or streptosomething things that they named. There's things in it that cause Alzheimer's, things in it that cause Parkinson's. One man was perfectly fine, never had a problem with allergies, and I don't remember the exact story, but I remember he started a job somewhere, and they had a Keurig, and he started drinking coffee every day out of this Keurig, and all of a sudden he came up with all these health problems. And they also said in this article that people have actually died from the infections that they've gotten from it. So, fine, true, half true, not true at all, why take a chance? My Keurigs are going in the dump, and I'm replacing them with percolators. Terry has a percolator and it makes the best coffee in the world, so fine with me. The thing is with the percolator is that you can wash the entire thing. You can take it all apart, wash the insides, wash the outside, and get it entirely clean. Now, the next problem with the Keurigs is the cups. The cups have foil on the top. They have filters inside. The filters are glued with some kind of substance to the container so they stay inside. And then the container's made of plastic. So you've got the aluminum, you've got the glue, you've got the plastic, and then you've got, excuse me, the coffee. And then I read, it continued on about the coffee and how horrible the coffee is. They said that the coffee is the #2 product in the world, #2 in amount of pesticides that they spray on it. Oh my God, how scary is that? You know, and hear me drinking a pot every day. So, they said, replace the pot. They didn't say what to replace it with. I kind of leave that up to your own self to figure out. And then they said, to make sure that the coffee isn't covered with pesticides, to be sure that you order coffee that is organic, fair trade, I have no idea what that means, and shade grown. So, when I got through reading the article, I just Googled organic, fair trade, shade grown coffee. And a whole bunch of places came up where you could go there and you could buy those kinds of coffee. Now, I don't doubt that that kind of coffee is probably twice as much as the other kind of coffee. But who cares? How much is your health worth? So I'm more than happy to pay the extra to get the good coffee. But anyway, it's excellent information. Like I said, I'll try to get the article and post it, or I'll do a link to Terry's Facebook page or something. But anyway, y'all need to read it if you're coffee lovers like I am. And other than that, I don't think there's anything else I need to tell you today. We're going to be leaving for Springfield tomorrow. I go in the morning to see the neurosurgeon. Remember, I fell down. My scar over here. The dogs knocked me down. I cut my head. They found out I had a tumor in the back of my head. And supposedly it's called a meningioma. It's not swelling. It's not causing any pressure. It's no big deal. But I guess so I don't sue somebody, they want me to go see this neurologist and have him look at the MRI and make sure everything's fine and I'm okay. So, I'm going to go do that in the morning, and then we're heading straight to Springfield, and we're going to stay with Deb and Jim. tomorrow night and maybe the next night. And I'm sure I'll have adventures there to tell you about when I get back. So Margaret, this one's for you. I love you. And Jerry said, no way, Jose, when I told him what you said. Okay? Not about the ladder, about the house. All right. Be back soon, you guys. Bye.